not so much important. It was a lot larger city. In the 1800s, there were about 1,400 people living here. They had a cotton gin, a store, and several things. The main reason it didn't grow is because the road didn't really, mostly men over here. All the women were over in Port Alto.
The world is gonna roll me.
We're about to enter a town that was in the Matagorda Bay named Olivia. It was a hustling, bustling town, but as you can see behind me, it has become a major ghost town. It's not very majorly busy, but there might be some ghosts who decide to show themselves. We are at the Olivia Cemetery. It is actually a Swedish town, or a Swedish settlement. There are Swedes and non-Swedes alike here in the cemetery. However, it seems as though they have all chosen to be buried in families. As you have probably read, if not, I'll go ahead and start a clip here, that this is a Swedish community, and that at this particular cemetery, Swedes and non-Swedes were buried as they passed into their eternal home. But we are here at the site of Olivia, town in Texas, that was established in 1892, and the first public building that it actually had was one schoolhouse. Not only the kids went to at night, the adults went out. This is a Swedish community. It is a fairly old community. And it was destroyed, or the majority of it was destroyed, during Hurricane Carla in the 1960s. Olivia, Texas, established in 1892. This was one of the subdivision entrances to a proud and huge port city within the Matagorda Bay. And when Hurricane Carla came through, this is what it left. Escaping the metropolitan cities, there are very few people who know about this wonderful ghost town of Olivia. But those that do come down here bring boats, and they do enjoy their day. Here's a boat ramp to go ahead and to see how you get out into the bay, Matagorda Bay. A major port city, but
not so much a port, but it was a lot larger city. In the 1800s, there were about 1,400 people living here. They had a cotton gin, a store, and several things. And the main reason it didn't grow is because the road ends are illegal. And the way that they went to Port Walker was by a type of boat called a bark. Kind of barge with sails on it. That's the way they got back and forth to Sherwood roads.
So Port Walker is one of the import-export type of cities.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of immigrants came in to Port Walker. They actually came in to Indianola. My great-grandfather came in to Indianola in 1864, and he was from Germany. The first week he was here, his entire family died from yellow fever. He was here in Texas at 13, only speaking German. So he had kind of a rough go over for a while.
And as far as you living in the area, how long have you lived in this area?
I grew up in San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and I had relatives living here in Port Walker. In fact, my uncle, if you saw the yellow house over here, that old two-story, my uncle lived there during Carla. He stayed there during the storm. The water here in Olivia was 3 feet deep everywhere. All were all rattlesnakes floating. I was teaching junior college over in Eville. Went to Brenham to teach over there. After 9/11, retired from teaching and volunteered for the Coast Guard, so I came down here to live. I was in the Coast Guard when I was young, for 6 years. After 9/11, they were short-handed, so I spent another 7 years doing search and rescue and working in the Coast Guard, Homeland Security. It's a good place to be.
How have you enjoyed living in this town?
Well, it's more of a town because the neighbors all work together. If there's ever a major job in the street, everybody pitches in and helps. We always have group dinners at Thanksgiving and New Year's and things like that. So everybody gets along.
Texas actually classifies this as a ghost town.
All right.
So, how do you feel about that?
We prefer it to be stayed that way because although there's only about maybe 60 people live here full time, it's a good place to live. The only time we have any problems with lawlessness is when somebody comes in there and doesn't belong to them. People steal things and just pass them through.
So in the 10 years since you've been a permanent resident, obviously you haven't seen a whole lot of trouble or anything of that
No, in
nature.
fact, the thing that's really happened here since then, since I came in full time, is we cleaned the area up. When I first came down here, you couldn't see the bay from here. There was nothing but brush all the way across. And there were old houses, and junk everywhere, and oil field stuff that was left strewn around. 20 years, but we cleaned it all up. The good testament is people building a $100,000 million house across the street here. Because that wouldn't have happened back then because this was all grown over and really wants to clear it up. It's a good place to be.
So, since you've decided to become a permanent resident, has the weather treated you well? Have you had too many floods since then?
We've had one hurricane.
Since Pearl?
Yeah, since it was flooded. And it passed directly over the island, directly over. But the winds on the street here got up to 127 miles an hour. But I slept through most of it. And I got up at the lull. That's all I heard. I went to the pictures of all the devastation. Which was really what the funny thing is when what's that group that does all the cleanup after the storms?
FEMA?
FEMA, yeah. FEMA, there was a trailer over here that was destroyed before the storm got here. And it was all run down and everything. Worse than this one next door. And they took pictures of it as if it happened in the storm. And that was their poster picture for Olivia. But it wasn't really a problem. There's been a few tropical storms come through, and I used to just put my camera out and go record all the high water marks and everything.
So it sounds like Olivia and a lot of the residents have been.
Well, most of the people the ones that were here when I came here, and most of them passed away by now. And another unusual thing about Olivia is mostly men live here. All the women live over in Port Alto. So it's kind of like a rogue elephants club. So they all moved down here to the end of the road to croak.
But overall, you wouldn't regret anything that you've done and chosen to live? Or...
No, it's just been a real easy life now. Artist, doing cars, building hot rods, stuff like that. So I guess the last 10 years I've probably built 12 cars. Which is a good place to be. The bay moderates the temperature to about 10 degrees cooler. You don't have the same climate you have in Victoria or some inland place.
To Mr. Aubrey Parker, who joined us this week, I want to thank you, who is a resident of Olivia, and gave us wonderful stories, and he allowed me to interview him for this particular video. I hope those of you who've watched have enjoyed it, and enjoyed a new person besides me. I know this face gets a little scary. For all my subscribers out there, thank you for watching, and for all of those who don't subscribe and you still watch, I'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions. Put them in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and stake out that subscribe button. Turn that wonderful, wonderful thumbs button blue. Yeah, the thumbs one. You know, the one that looks like this, or like this. Don't know which way it is. And as always, stay savage and cook brisket. That doesn't work. Well, I tried to get a tripod stand over here, and just the wind today is not cooperating. It's blowing my camera all around. But we are here at the site. Thank y'all for watching, and always remember, those opinions and thoughts can go in the comments down below. We want to take that thumbs button, hit it, make it turn nice and blue.